What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a new season here in Forza Horizon 5 and a new series. Today starts the beginning of series number 2 and the summer season again here in Mexico. So before we jump into any events, let's go ahead and take a look at the summer festival playlist. So our two cars here for the season progress are the Mercedes-AMG E63 and the Maserati 8 CTF. Full-time race car. The weekly Forzathon challenge is Future Challenge, and it deals around the 1993 Nissan 240 SX SE. You can see in the Forzathon shop here, we have the Mercedes-Benz Truck Forza Edition, so pretty cool. You can pick that up for 600 Forzathon points if you don't have it yet. You've also got 3 other cars, being the Shelby GT500, the Bugatti EB110 Supersport, and the Ford Bronco R. So pretty good Forzathon shop there. The trial this week is Elf on the Shelf, and it gets you an elf outfit. And coinciding with that, the event labs this week gets you the elf hat. The playground games for the week is Ready, Set, Glow, and it gets you the Chevy Bel Air, and it looks like it's at the arena from what I can tell in that picture. You got your 3 PR stunts. For Toys Under the Tree, you get a red nose for your character to wear. For Yule the Boss, you get the 69 Ford Mustang. I'm assuming that gets you a Boss Mustang, so we'll definitely jump into that. And then the one that we're actually going to be doing today is Good Tidings We Bring. And that gets you the number 14 Ford Fiesta, which I can't remember what the driver's name is. We'll get that at the end of it because it's actually in the full name of the car. But looking here, you can see our car class restriction is Modern Rally and B700. So I've got 3 cars set up. The first one is actually what we're driving right now. This is the 2019 Subaru STI S209. We used this in a video where I did street racing and I really liked it. The tune for the car the tune for this car is one that I actually made myself, so we're gonna see how it does. I think I'm gonna try to start doing that in these festival playlist events, is just making one tune myself to see if I can improve as a tuner as well in this game. So the share code for it will be up on the screen. It's rocking stock tires, it's all-wheel drive obviously, and we're sitting on rally suspension with a bit of performance upgrades. So B-Class is a relatively slow class, so it's hard to, kind of soup up cars a little bit, especially in this modern rally category, because most of them are in B-Class and towards the middle of it anyway, at least the ones that I have in my garage. But we'll go ahead and jump into the championship and let's see what these races look like. All right, let's see what the races are here. So we start with a sprint race, then we move to another sprint race, and then end it with a circuit race. Very good. All right, starting in the BAJIO trail. It's probably not how you pronounce that. As always, make sure your drivatar difficulties are set to highly skilled. It should be locked there. I have seen reports of people having issues with the championships not giving them the reward. And somebody had brought up the idea of set your drivatar difficulty to highly skilled before you go into the game or into the championship, and see if that does that for it. See if it fixes it for you. I'm not 100% sure if that's what's causing the issue. Maybe I always have mine set at highly skilled, so I don't know if that's maybe why I haven't seen any of the issues, but definitely worth a shot if you are running into those issues. But here we go. Let's get into the first race here in our Subaru. Should be able to tell pretty quick if this is a decent tune for the Subaru. I don't like that we're losing position. I really didn't touch any of the actual tuning for the car. It's more so just the performance of it, because I want to try to get these videos out as fast as I can. Okay, it felt good through there. We're definitely better through the turn. Alright, not bad. Up into 4th, and we got plenty of time to get up into 1st place here. So something important with the festival playlist championships or the seasonal championships is you do not have to come in 1st place in every single race. I can definitely show that to you guys here in this championship. I'll come in second place on purpose in one of these events just so you can see that. Another thing is you do not have to use 3 different cars. I do that just for the fact of, you know, providing some extra content and showing you guys extra details of different cars that can be used along with tunes with those cars that might work out pretty well. So we are up in the first place in our Subaru here. So I'm gonna go ahead and say this isn't like a terrible tune to use. It definitely can be done. Now we may just have to play a little defense. Again, there's really not too much upgrading that you can do on these modern rally cars. And the only 2 car manufacturers that actually have modern rally cars are Subaru and Mitsubishi. So we're actually using 2 Subarus today and 1 Lancer. So, and basically I just chose the other 2 cars based off of what was cheapest in the auto show. So this car is technically free in the auto show if you have the welcome pass, or not the welcome pass, the car pass, because this was a car pass car a couple of weeks ago. You could potentially get this for free if you've got the car pass. The other 2 are relatively cheap though. I don't remember exact numbers, but they are the cheapest modern rally cars that you can buy in the game if you had to buy it from the actual auto show. So just trying to, you know, make these championships, I want to say, you know, worth or more valuable to you guys by, you know, using cars that aren't necessarily super duper expensive or rare cars, you know. Like, not everybody will have this car because not everybody has the car pass, but everybody should have the capability to buy the next or the other Subaru and the other, or I should say the other Lancer. So, but we are 82% through this race. We're definitely putting a good gap on the drivatars here. Looks like we may be discovering some of these roads too, potentially, that we haven't driven on yet. That's still something I need to do in the game, is go through and drive along all these roads and get all the fast travel and XP boards. But, you know, it's hard keeping up with that, and I'm trying to get all these festival playlist events done along with trying to progress the story on the channel. I'm trying not to, like, do some video overload. I try to keep it to, you know, 3 videos a day for the festival playlist if I can do that much. Usually it's 1 or 2, but for the every other day I just do 1 video. So there we go. Race number 1 is done, and as you can see here, we got 20 points on the far right for coming in first. And so this isn't where you have to come in first. Like I said, you have to come in first on this championship leaderboard. So we got 20 points there. We'll jump into our next car. Maybe next race we'll come in second, just to, so I can show you guys that you don't have to win every single race to get the reward of the championship. So I'll jump into the next car and then we'll start up that next race. All right, and here is our next car. This is the 2006 Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 9 MR. You know, we had to kick it with the Too Fast, Too Furious livery, but the share code for the tune that's on it, along with the tuner's name, will be up on the screen now. This tune is also rocking all-wheel drive, obviously, because it's a Mitsubishi Lancer Evo. I should make sure that that's in there because there are Lancers that are not Evos, and it does have stock tires on it. So let's go ahead and jump into it and see if we can't take out this second race. Okay, so something interesting when I do click into this car, it does say choose a more suitable off-road car. So I'm very curious to see what this actually does in this race. We're gonna hit continue, and I just want to be completely visible with you guys that I did get that warning too. We're gonna see how it does and see if it can, I mean, do better than the other ones. I mean, realistically, it should give that to all of these cars, I would think. But maybe it's just because we're rocking stock tire compound and not like off-road tire compound. Maybe that's why it gave it. I'm not really sure. But we'll see how this tune can do. Get the big old wang back there. If it's not like a cross-country race, I think we should be fine, but it's definitely a dirt race. Dig in here a little bit. Get on the brakes. That's a pretty sharp little turn there. But we are up into third already, so I think we'll be fine. Come on, let's get up there. So they go on the brakes there, and I just kept it flat on the power. Gonna hit our brakes around this turn, but we are up into first. Just want to make sure that, I mean, we're seem to be pulling away a little bit here on the dirt part. Want to try to stay out of the water as much as we can. This car does feel really good through here, quite honestly. So it's interesting that we got that that warning. I'm very curious to know if you guys get that warning with other cars that you use on this race. So definitely let me know down in the comments below. But we're out in front. We're not like pulling away yet. So I'm not sure if we will or not. But we're out in front on the first lap. Looks like that Subaru might be taking, or getting a run here. Well, not really. Let off the gas and brake a little bit through there. Make sure we get on the brakes good through here. Yeah, this car feels really good, so I won't make you guys sit through another lap and a half here. I'll skip towards the end of the race, and we'll see. I'm going to try to come in second place. If I don't come in second place on this race, I'll definitely do it on the last one. So, but I'll see you guys towards the end of the race here in a second. All right, coming around the last turn. We definitely got a gap on them, so I'm just gonna come in second in the next race, just because it's a little easier on sprint races. But we're gonna go across the line there in our Evo, and definitely didn't have any issues through there. So, like I said, let me know if you get that error at the beginning, or that pop-up. It's not really an error, but that prompt at the beginning of that race, if you're using a different car. So there we go. As if I click through here, we have 40 points now on the championship. Like I said, we'll jump into the next race. We'll try to come in second place, just to show you guys that you don't have to be in first on all three of these race events. But we'll go ahead and jump into that last car and then start up that next race. All right, and here's our last car that we're going to be using today. This is the 2004 Subaru WRX, or Subaru Impreza WRX STI. The share code for the tune, along with the tuner's name, will be up on the screen now. This is also rocking all-wheel drive, as it is a Subaru, and it does have the stock tire compound on it. But we'll go ahead and jump into it and see how she can handle here on the last championship race. All right, so I got that same pop-up here on the Subaru, so I guess just because it doesn't have, I think these are both sitting on stock suspension too, and my car that I tuned was sitting on rally suspension. Maybe that's why it's giving that prompt too. So, but we're jumping into Cascada Trail. Let's get going. So like I said, we're going to try to come in second place on purpose in this race, just for, you know, the sake of showing you guys that you don't have to come in first. So we'll get up into second place. We'll pass first place, just to, you know, make sure that that point is clear that I could have won, because I'm sure somebody will say something about it. But we'll get up into second place, pass them into first. Woo, we slid right into that turn. The wet road there definitely affected that. All right, so we're gonna be able to pass them here on this turn on the inside. A little drift bump or drift tap there. So we are in first place, and I'm pretty certain that we could easily handle this the entire race if we needed to. So let's let him get past us. Okay, well, we're just trying to pit us there. That's chill too. For some reason, it seems like it's somewhat hard to get passed up when you're trying to let them pass you. Like, I'm obviously not gonna just full on hit the brakes. I'm trying to like just throttle or feather the throttle to let them pass, but there we go. Got one past us there. We're gonna fall right back in line behind him. I think this is the guy that's actually in second place in the championship leaderboards as well, so this will be a really good test to show. But come on, Mr. Teaser, we're just gonna see if we can't cause a gap between us and third place. See if I can push him through this trail any faster. Subaru's definitely handling really, really well though. None of these tunes would be bad options, so it may just depend on if you've got a car. I think the Lancer is technically the cheapest car, unless you've got the car pass. Then you can go into the auto show and get the 2019 Subaru that I used first. But I think the Lancer's the cheapest car. I think it's like $1,000 less or 1,000 credits less than this Subaru that we're currently using. I can't remember how much the tune was for the Lancer. I think I had used it in another video, so that number that I got anyway was inaccurate, but the tune for this Subaru cost around 20,000 credits, so I think it's like a 50,000 credit investment if you were to use this car, being the 2004 Subaru. So definitely something to think about if you don't have any of the cars that I've used or any modern rally cars. There's definitely going to be tunes out there for any modern rally car because there's not very many of them. So definitely worth, you know, looking through the tunes and seeing what there is available. Okay, keep going. Don't hit the brakes. All right, there we go. Second place. We got what we wanted, right? But we could have very easily have passed them up there at the end. So finished second on CASCADA Trail. You're going to see here in a second, whenever it loads, we got 16 points on that race. So if I click next into the championship leaderboard, you can see we have 56 total points. We came in first. And if I hit continue, it'll take us to the screen here. So winner. And then here we go. We've got the 2017 number 14 Ford Fiesta. So you can see that we definitely got the car for beating the championship. So you do not have to come in first in every single race. If you are coming in second, you just have to, or you don't have to come in first on every single race. You just have to be in first on that leaderboard. If you are having issues with not getting the reward, that's an additional bug in Forza right now. It's nothing to do with your placement or anything like that. Unfortunately, the only advice that I can give you, and like I said at the beginning of the video, is try to change your Drivatar settings before you go into the race. You can see that mine's already set to highly skilled, so that might have something to do with it. Not 100% sure that that's accurate, but somebody did report that that helped them. It may have just been, you know, coincidence there, but outside of that, my only advice would be just to try to do the race again. I know some people have reported that they've had to do it multiple times, which is kind of unfortunate, but if you look at it that way, you get money at the end of each of those races anyway, and XP. So you're technically doing them for money and XP at that point, and then hopefully the chance to actually get that car. So let's jump into that Ford Fiesta real quick though. But there we go. So that's how you get the number 14 Ford Fiesta. This is the Rahal Letterman Lanigan Racing Fiesta. And that is a mouthful. But that was the Good Tidings We Bring Seasonal Championship here in the summer season of Series number 2 in Forza Horizon 5. I hope you guys did enjoy the video or found it helpful. If you did, definitely leave a like on the video. Definitely get subscribed for future Forza Horizon 5 content just like this. But I do hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we will see you in the next video.